15 or 20 pulling away, weren't able to, but found a way at the end. What was it like when you had so many chances early to do it, but at least found a way to do it at the end?
What were you expecting us to do?
I don't know. I just
Like,
along for the
go
ride.
up by 20, 30? I mean, that's a pretty good team here at home. I just like the fact that we are active, defensively, and that we were able to get to the double-digit lead and then be able to maintain that for most of the game. And NBA games are long, 48 minutes. You have to expect there to be a lot of different kind of runs, skirmishes. You have to keep your emotional, mental stability throughout the course of it and make some plays. And we definitely, made some plays in that fourth quarter.
You mentioned it, this activity in the zone and even in man. What did you like that was different maybe from 2 nights ago?
Yeah, I don't even want to make it about whether it's man or zone. We're just at our best when we're active, not being flagrant with it or irresponsible with it, but the activity level was there. Obviously you're playing a game against the Lakers. It's on ESPN, so the multiple efforts were there, making the missed moments, the deflections. I thought Kyle at the beginning of the game really kind of set the tone with his activity level, and then everybody else joined the party there. And that's definitely been one of the more important things to our defense is when we're active.
You often talk about unsung contributions, even though he didn't finish, what Nikola did to set you up for that finish. And then Kevin Love coming in just with his dominance on the boards when it looked like AD was going to be maybe the dominant guy in the game. Can you sort of talk about, you played 8 players, all 8 scoring double figures, something from everyone?
You must have listened to my quick talk in the locker room. That's basically what I said, that everybody contributed, and I feel for the guys that didn't get an opportunity to play in this game. So we went with 8 strong, but everybody had a spirit, on the bench, and to us that means something. But that's also when we're at our best offensively, is when it's distributed. We know where the ball is going, to Tyler, to Bam. And with Jimmy out, Jaime oftentimes is the third usage guy. However, we're at our best when everybody's a live option and we're accessing all the different parts of our menu and our offense, to keep other teams off balance. And that was definitely the case tonight. There were different chapters of the game and different chapters where guys were able to score and get in a rhythm. And that's a tough thing, to develop. But that was the case tonight. Now, the first point about Nico is, we felt that we needed a little bit more size. We anticipated that they would start a bigger lineup. They didn't, but it didn't matter. They're big. If you go Davis and LeBron, at the 3 or 4, whatever you want to call them, that's a big lineup. And Nico's been making progress, and I've said that before. It's not, you can't judge it on whether he's been playing in every game. He's been playing, he's been developing, and if you play him with, our main guys, that gives him the best opportunity for him to use his versatility to help us, and that's what he did tonight.
I know it's been 4 days of Jaime questions with his homecoming, but guarding LeBron James and doing what he did, I'm not going to say, because I know you don't want me to say he shut LeBron down.
Yeah, he didn't.
But for a rookie to step up to that moment and show the moxie and the resolve, sort of what does that say in this kind of moment, in this kind of place?
Yeah, we need it, and, he has a competitive spirit, and an experienced level to know how to impact winning. And we'll roll with that. While he's learning nuances of the league, he's learning our defensive system, which can be complex for a younger player. He has competitive toughness. He makes winning plays. He is not, that was not a one-on-one matchup because oftentimes we're in our zone defense. But he did a lot of winning things tonight, and without those contributions, and a lot of them weren't in the box score, we probably were not in that kind of position to win, going down the stretch.
know there's still work to be done, but where have you seen improvements from Nico on the defensive end, just in the last few weeks, last few months?
It's all across the board. He gets coached hard, as you can expect. We want to encourage him too. He's 20, and this is the hard part in this league. You have different ends of the spectrum, and that's okay. In terms of a young player developing. Jaime played 4 years of high-level college basketball and big-time tournament games, and if he didn't play well, they didn't win. There's a responsibility that he learned early on from that. He also learned how to play a role his first 2 years when he was like the afterthought his freshman year, third, fourth option his second year. Nico is 20, and where everybody wants everything to happen right now, that's not necessarily reality. But his head coach sees progress. He's been drilling all the details ad nauseum. But he's big, so he's 6'11". He's 230 pounds. He's a good rebounder, for his size. And he's learning pick and roll coverages. And that's probably the most important thing a big player has to learn coming into this league is how to manage when you get called up every single time. And the best thing about that is he gets called up every single time, so he gets 10,000 reps. And then he'll get coached all, in the video sessions and practice sessions in the days in between. Yeah, right?
Erik, he shot 38% first three quarters, a little close to 60 in the fourth. Robinson with a couple of huge three-pointers for you. Just what'd you see in the fourth shooting-wise?
Sometimes the ball goes in, sometimes it doesn't. His looks were wide open in the first half. We were joking with him in the locker room that somebody forgot to tell him that the game started at 7:30, and he showed up at halftime. But I say that in jest because that's not the case. Like, as long as we're getting the shots in our wheelhouse, and I thought in the first half we were. We missed a lot of them. Tyler had a lot of shots that were in and out that you can't judge it on the result. It's about whether we're getting to the ones that we want to and whether the ball's getting to where it needs to. Duncan's first half threes were a lot more wide open than the one that he hit in front of their bench at the end of the clock, and I think that's where he's dangerous. He's ignitable. If he sees one go, and I think that's where it changed for him, then all of a sudden it can be an avalanche from there, and we ended up basically running our offense, through him and Bam on catch and shoots, off-ball movements in that fourth quarter because of that.